Lubbock Christian 1-0 loss. And, it comes down to what our season is kind of summering up to be just being ourselves and making mistakes that are preventable. But honestly, the first half, yeah, we let in a goal that shouldn't have happened. But then the second half, we kind of did bounce back, and it was probably one of the best halves that we have played in a while. So you're not just trying to be too negative and trying to look at all the positives, and we're just trying to build on each half as we get going. Since we are a fairly young team, we will make mistakes, and we will get into situations where they should be preventable, but we learn from them, and we go to the next game.
Talk about a goal that shouldn't have happened. Obviously, Rayton comes out trying to be aggressive and kind of deflects back in. Just what in your opinion you say? Kind of.
Well, it first started with the big ball that goes over our heads. When anytime the ball goes over our head, it causes problems. So, the ball went over Bearden's head, and she had an opportunity to receive it and calm down a little bit, but it bounced another time, and she took a kind of a smaller touch and tried to pass it back to Heelan, which was the distance was a little too close, and all Heelan did was try to clear the ball out, and unfortunately it hits the girl in the shin and it goes in the back of her net, so it's a lot of unfortunate events that happened during that time, but we can't beat ourselves to it. We had opportunity to score, and we couldn't put them away, so I wouldn't say that's the reason why we lost, because we had our own opportunity to score, but it's unfortunately it was a 1-0 game, and that was the one that beat us, so it is what it is.
Reagan had a huge goal there in the 77th minute on Saturday before Super Bowl. Just kind of talk about her getting that big clutch goal.
Yeah, finally we scored a goal in the run of play. Finally it was actually a really good goal. Avery Putnam, our freshman, she hasn't really got a lot of minutes this season, but she has been showing improvement in training, and obviously when we put her in against Lubbock Christian, she actually had an opportunity to score and just barely missed with the header. So we're like, yeah, she got another chance, and she got a chance because unfortunately we did have an injury on the field. So she put her up top, and they had a good maybe three pass combination or two combination with her and Medical, and Medical got on her weaker right foot, and she was able to put it in, and it was just a big relief that we did go down early in the first 3 minutes of the game, and it was like, well, that's our summary of our game, another mistake that we had where the ball went over Kendall's head, and she was just unable to get it, but we fought back, and it was honestly that half was actually one of the best halves we kind of played all season. We had many opportunities. We're still struggling to execute on the final third until that moment in that 77th minute where Medical and Avery were just playing, just combining with each other, and then in the final 18, some composure, and we put the ball in the back of the net. So it showed a little bit of resiliency and fight back for our team. So it was pretty nice.
You kind of talked about it. They finally ran a play. I mean, I remember last week you kind of saying they're mechanical. They're too good. They're in their head too much to a certain degree. After that goal, was that something you and Chad kind of harped on? Like, hey, look, whenever you're just playing free and not thinking too much, good things happen.
Honestly, yeah. When we scored, man, when we score every time, I mean, I'm yelling. I'm excited that because it's tough to score in this sport, And I just look at Chad, and Chad's just laughing, Like it's just like a kind of like a relief. Kind of like, there we go. See what happens when you have some composure inside the box. You just calm down and be patient with what we're doing. We could score some goals and put the ball in the back of the net. So, yeah, it was actually kind of like, yeah, look at that. Just compose yourself, receive the ball, quit bouncing it at each other. Just be patient. It all come down, and that's what it showed on that goal. So we're very proud and very excited too for that. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
Angelo on Wednesday, what would you like to see?
And the same thing. Yeah, I love to see a win, but also just a little bit more attacking threat, a little bit more attacking opportunities, and less mistakes from us. It always seems to be we've had leads, we've had 5 leads this season, and we've won one, we've tied one, and we've lost 3 of them. And we've had the lead. So if we can get up early, let's see if we can keep the lead, and let's build onto it, and let's not beat ourselves by making the same mistakes that we have been doing all season.
Coming into the fall season with such a young team, we're talking about kids coming just out of high school and just jumping right into the college atmosphere. So how much do you think a year of that extra the training you get in college that they're going to get after the season is going to be beneficial going into next year?
Yeah, what those dudes guys, especially coming in from high school, like playing high school ball and club ball to college level ball is completely different. It's faster, it's more physical, but now sometimes we wish they can grow up just a little bit faster. We don't want to wait till their junior year when they're finally like, oh, or maybe their sophomore year is like, okay, I'll give you maybe 3 or 4 or 5 games maybe, and then now you've kind of figured out what the level is. But sometimes people develop differently than others, and they grow differently, and they develop differently as their 4-year collegiate career goes. So we just we just be patient with them, and players play. So if you're a player, you'll step out. If not, you'll eventually grow into it, hopefully. So this experience for these young kids, they don't have to wait a year or two to get playing minutes. Some of them are getting a full 90, some of them are getting 60 minutes, or some are just getting 15, 20, but that's 20 minutes that they can learn and grow and take it to the field. Because games are a little bit different, but you're still playing at a college level out here at training when we train every day. So just take what you can and learn from it and grow from it, and hopefully you can contribute during the season.